Welcome to Twist Grip Tales, and here we are. This is the tale of a century, the tale of a millennium. Goma, this magnificent museum, this magnificent bike, and this magnificent gentleman, Michael O'Sullivan. Welcome to Twist Grip Tales.
Thank you.
Again, but great to be here in your backyard.
Finally.
Or more, should I say, this is your front yard.
Absolutely, and really great to have you up here finally as well. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. COVID's got in the way of a lot of things. And what I wanted to talk to you about, because we discussed last time a lot about how the exhibition came about and that sort of thing, but you're a motorcycle man, Michael. We want to talk to you about your experience with motorcycles.
Okay.
So as a young fella, very young fella that you are, when did you start? What was your first motorbike? When did you start motorcycling?
My first motorcycle experience was thrashing around the paddock on a little Yamaha Aggie bike in the 80s when I used to live in the country and had friends on farms. So that idea that you could, suddenly take off and disappear over the hills for a while and find your own fun on an ag bike was that's probably what got me hooked for starters.
Now, what part of Australia was that in, Michael?
It's like Northern Tablelands, New South Wales. So,
all right.
New England countryside.
All right then. Now, just a bit of clarification here. Michael is you've produced all of this. Your official title is...
I'm the design manager here, but for this exhibition I'm the coordinating curator. So we work very closely with two curators in the United States.
Ultan and Charles.
That's right.
You'll see their interviews on Twist Grip Tales in other places besides here.
Exactly. The tragedy of our current times are that Charles and Ultan really couldn't be here, taking part in the exhibition and site. So I've had to, come here to represent them and what they've done to create the show.
They have expressed to me their disappointment in not being able to travel overseas and come here and see this live. So Charles and Ultan, we're going to give you a little bit of a view. This is all about you guys coming right here and see what Michael's done with this amazing exhibition. So Michael, all these beautiful motorcycles, and what a great time you've had in putting all these together.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a bit of a kid in the candy store, I've got to admit, because I've never imagined working at a gallery that one day the sort of the love of motorcycles and the love of design and working in a place like this would all kind of merge together. So it's been a lot of fun.
100 motorcycles. I guess if you asked 100 people which 100 motorcycles they'd like, you'd get 100 different answers, but it's pretty hard to fault this collection. This is an awesome collection.
Yeah, and it's finding that magic balance between motorcycles that people have ridden and have a sentimental attachment to, so things that people can relate directly to and fond memories of, and then also these kind of exotic machines that people may never have seen before. So that chance, that really rare opportunity to see something magical, something completely unique that you otherwise have only ever seen in books or on the screen.
That's it, and many unique motorcycles here. So what formed your history, your love of motorcycles? You started off on the ag bike. Yeah. What did you progress to after that?
I think I love the kind of self-sufficiency of a little bike like that. So, a lot of my passion has been around scooters, Vespas, and Bretters. I've had quite a few of those and I've loved owning those. Always struggling to have more than one or two at a time, so lots of things that come and gone, but yeah, just enjoying that idea of trying to do a little bit of mechanical work yourself, be a little self-sufficient, problem solving, taking on that challenge, or enjoying that uncertainty of whether you'll ever quite get to the destination, or whether there's something that you'll have to work through to get there along the way. But that fun.
And don't you meet a lot of amazing people in the motorcycle fraternity, whether they be in the workshop, in the sales room, or just on the street?
Yeah. The whole thing when you own something a little bit unique is being willing to have those conversations at the petrol station or the car park wherever you pull up, but then opening up all those stories and talking about all those histories as well. The way it all kind of connects to the broader history of motorcycles, but also the history of your own experience and that shared experience of the breakdowns, the tumbles, the thrills of
The tears, the bruises, the laughter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Haven't we all got some of those to share? So, and I see looking around, Monday morning, busy place here, so many people here bringing back nostalgic memories for them, I'm sure, talking about times that they owned, or that maybe their father owned, or neighbours and relatives.
Yeah, and it's been really great lately because we've had more of the southern lenders that have been able to make it up to the exhibition finally, and I've been talking over their bikes with them, and the more you talk, the more you attract other visitors, and some of those conversations become big collective conversations about all that experience and that love of particular marks as well. So yeah, it's been a great social space for all those conversations and memories to play as well.
Absolutely. So now, what other machines? You're a bit of a fan of Italian motorcycles with Vespas and Lambrettas. What else have you owned?
I've had an old nuts and bolts Ducati single a few years ago that was always keeping me on my toes. I've got a little Gilera, a little early 60s cafe racer.
So which Ducati was it? Because that pulls a string in my heart.
Okay.
A little 250 or
It was a 350 Scrambler,
right.
late 60s model. Pretty rough around the edges. The electrics were always a little bit of a going
Italian electrics
proposition, twisting the wires together, making it go. The leaky tank, the loose exhaust, making a racket. Lots of fun.
Common problems for those early Ducati 630 wide case.
Yes, yeah,
that's right. But you've got a Gilera as well.
Yeah.
What a pretty little machine they are.
Yeah. Again, a small, compact little 175, so more little city rider, little weekend hobby ride, not really an open highway bike.
And have you still got that one?
Yeah.
That's a perfect Giro di Australia.
Exactly,
yes.
yeah. There's a few little Giro events happening. There's at least one locally that happens every year up in the hills just north of Brisbane. So, whether my little 175 will keep up with the 350s and the 450s, we'll see. But great to see the old Italian motorcycle traditions translating into Australian landscape.
So what year is that Gilera?
61.
Oh, classic style.
Yeah.
Yes. All nice and rounded.
Yeah, and it's got the little drop handles, beautiful shaped tank, got a little sort of streamlined cafe seat on it as well. So completely stylish.
And this year is the 110th anniversary of Gilera.
I didn't know that.
Yes, this year,
Okay.
110 years. Even though it's not owned in Italy anymore, they're made, I think, in China. But the name goes on.
Ah, okay.
Yes. An ancient mark. Yes, World Championship winning motorcycle mark.
Yeah.
But the 175 is a classic Italian size.
It is.
With good economy and great sporting characteristics as well.
That's right. And we've seen them push to their absolute limits over time as well. Those small capacity bikes. So it's perfect one for me.
So Michael, what does motorcycling hold for you in this 21st century?
In a way, it's hard to know quite where we're heading from here. In Brisbane, everything, we have a little section at the end of the exhibition around electric motorcycling, or even the way that new contemporary electric technology is reshaping the whole idea of a powered vehicle, right down to scooters and monowheel skateboards and things. And in Brisbane, we see a ton of those being made.
Now, I noticed that some of those electric bikes, you haven't completely assembled them yet. There's only one wheel. It looks like the rest of it's yet to come. Is that?
Yeah. No. Electric is almost this process of reduction. It's all the elements of a traditional motorcycle that are suddenly redundant. So,
they've thrown everything away. There's nothing left. One wheel.
Yeah. But it almost seems like it's stripping all of the style and the fun and the kind of design out of it, perhaps, and creating this very kind of reductive small object. So, that's interesting because there's a whole new demographic of people that are getting involved in riding those things. And
sounds all very youthful to me. If you're young, I like a handlebars, a seat, something comfortable to sit down and relax. Standing up all day, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I know. So I grew up. My heart's probably back in the '60s. Thinking about classic design. But as you walk through the exhibition, you'll see there's something for everybody. There's there are probably questions there about what all those traditional brands are going to do in the future. What's Harley going to do in the next few years?
Well, they've developed an electric bike themselves. What's a Harley Davidson without the exhaust motor?
Without the rumble.
You got to wonder.
I know.
And there's an electric bike there that's been styled inspired by this majestic in name and majestic in style.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So later in the exhibition, there's a Fuller 2029. So it kind of imagines what this bike could be 100 years from now. Or 100 years from when this was made. And it embodies all of that kind of craftsmanship of the hand-formed paneling, but it's got all of this 21st century technology.
A beautiful style. Yeah, really well done.
It's gorgeous. But
we'll bring you that later.
That's right.
So you're going to stick with your little Gilera 175 that fulfills your design brief for the time being?
I think so. I love the small and compact, but I've got my eye on something Japanese at the moment as well. So I'm tempted by something a little, still in the 60s, but maybe a little later 60s.
Oh, wow.
More reliable, maybe. We'll see. So, that might be the next thing to finish.
Well, the Japanese made some great stuff. The 60s, that's a very interesting time of development in the Japanese School of Design, Art and Engineering. So it'll be great to see what comes out of that moment.
We'll see.
That's great. Well, look, thank you very much for sharing your life with motorcycles, and thank you for doing what you've done at this magnificent exhibition here. It's great being up here.
Great to see you.
Thank you very much. So stay tuned. We're going to bring you more from this wonderful exhibition, the exhibition of the century, the exhibition of the millennium. 140 years of motorcycling, from steam through those eons, the early development days, the glory days, the design, the Art Deco styles, right through. We've got modern races, we've got dirt bikes, we've got everything here, and a wonderful representation right through to the electric bikes of today and tomorrow. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a comment. Encourage Michael in his choice of what Japanese 60s motorcycle should he buy. We'll find out, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.